the next topic. Here we just implemented step number 1 of our workflow, of our document flow. Is for the employee able to send request by updating column status. Next one, I'm going to implement a functionality for the manager for approve or reject request received from the employee. I like scenario when manager have only one button. By clicking this button, manager will be able see pop-up window with two buttons, with the approve and reject buttons, and with the text field to fill some comment. And to implement it, we need to make our code little bit more generic. To do this, I'm already prepared some functions, but we need to add some lists to store our information. First of all, we need, as we said before, we are planning to make our solution configurable. So we can set the person who will receive request from the particular user. So to do this, let's add some lists to the site. First list, I call it approvers. Let's add some columns here. Basically 2 columns with type person, which will be employee, personal group, and employee manager. Let's create a new item here. Let's call it step 1. And basically I have 2 employees, not employees, 2 users on my SharePoint site, SharePoint online site. First user is me. Let's fill it by my name. And second one called guest. I created this user special for testing purposes, and actually more comfortable for me use this user account as an employee manager for testing. Let's save it and create one more list. Purpose of second list will be store history of the request approval. That's why I will call it approval history list. And let's add required columns here. First column will be request owner. This is basically who creates a request. Second one will be request approver. Yeah, basically one who approves or rejects request. Date, entry date. Include time, yes. We can operate by SharePoint built-in field, created or modified, but let's do our own just to data consistency. Okay, save. Next one will be single line text field, approval status. Save. Item ID. Basically ID of the document set. Everything okay by default. And the last one is approver comment. Multiple lines of text. Yes. Okay. This list will be filled by our script. I will not add anything here. Okay, now let's implement some functions. I have already prepared, but I will explain it, of course. First of all, we need to be able to get approver for our request. So basically I need to query approver list to get a manager value for my account. For this purpose I have getApprover function, and here I have a different object, so-called promises, because I'm going to send request to the SharePoint, and I need to wait some callback from the SharePoint. That's why I'm using promises. If it's not clear, I mean using promises in JavaScript, please go to the Google, find some information about it, or I can make an additional video about it. Just contact me, write the comments and stuff like this, you know. Okay, this is the variable to store promise here. I getting current context, getting approvers list. Everything is fine here. And this is the camel. Camel is query language for SharePoint, kind of mix between a SQL and XML format. You should know about it. I just querying by employee field by current user ID. So it will go basically to the approvers list and select employee which is equal to the current user from here. Searching for employee equal to current user, and return employee manager, which is guest in our case. Okay, I'm setting camel query. This is a mistake. No. From here, list items, list get items, executing query, and we're able to write function right here. Previously I implemented it as a separate function in order to reuse it, but here I don't need to reuse it. I just need list item found from here and get field values and return it with a promise. Second one is add history entry function. It just will add list item to the approval history with and fill all fields here. You see, title, number, owner, and everything is passing as a parameters. So far so good. Third function is update approval status. This function updates approval status as we did it before, but it comes with the parameters to make this function generic. So we can reuse it for different approval statuses. And here I have the updated send to approve function. We are creating context here, getting current item ID from URL as we did it before. But here we first get approver from the approval list, from here, this line basically in our case, and then get approver function return the result. This is basically done by promises functionality. Then it will come here, result from get approver will come here, and I call get update approval status to set on approver pending status, to set employee manager, which is returned by get approver function, and then I'm adding entry to the history list, which is okay. With this document where set approver pending status for this user, for this manager, and with a null comment. Yeah, because in initial stage we have no entry for comment. We will use it a little bit later. Okay, let's copy this. Okay, looks good for now. Let's check again if it works. Vacation requests. First of all, be sure that I have updated script here, Ctrl F5. Let's go to console, clean this, SharePoint trash, and let's click the button. Something wrong. Let's try to debug a bit. Yeah, in order to have promises functionality, I need to use jQuery here. jQuery is not defined yet. Let's define it. Anyway, we should do this. Let's open our HTML. Let's check it again. You see, by the way, approval status is updated. Synchronization is working now. Also, click. Our list is not defined. Yeah, this is wrong. The error in a variable name. Let's quickly fix it. Yeah, I'm making a mistake. I'm not a robot. List. Save. Try again. And query succeeded not defined. Why? I call it on success. Okay. Let's rename it. On query succeeded, it's more correct name for the function. But it's good. It's trying to call success function. That means we're close to success. Okay. Okay, that's fine. It works. It works. We have. Okay, let's open up our list history and check. We have entry now with the correct item ID, with the new status, and everything is fine.